Hi, I'm Reba Hervis, Artistic Director at Overshadowed Theatrical Productions. Welcome to this week's episode From the Wings with my co-host, Rebecca Leland.
Hey, hey!
Hey, hey! I think my eyes might still be a little puffy. I cried. Did you cry?
I cried.
Yeah?
I cried, and I'm so excited to get into it. I actually had one of our followers say, hey, when are you going to do the review on The Forge? So it's put on by the Kendrick Brothers.
Yes.
And what are some of the films that
The War Room,
Yep.
right? They did that.
Facing the Giants was one of their first
Facing
really
the
big
Giants,
ones.
yes. Yeah. Actually, I never saw Facing the Giants either.
So good. I also cried at that one.
Well,
so good.
Well, okay, to be honest. She's a lonely little petunia in an onion patch. Lonely little petunia in an onion patch. An onion patch. An onion patch. I'm a lonely little petunia in an onion patch. And all I do is cry all day.
If you move me, you move me.
Yeah.
With this, and I'm easily moved.
Which is good,
Yes,
right? I don't
yes.
want you to have a hard heart.
No.
Well, okay, so you said that you looked up the Kendrick Brothers
Yes.
mission statement.
Yes.
Can you read that to us?
Each of our lives can influence untold numbers of people. So we believe it is imperative that our core values are clearly defined and result in lives well lived and examples worth following. And their core values are lordship, integrity, teamwork, and excellence. Oof. Talk about core values and being so open
and intentional
about it on their website, and you can see that in their films. They started off just doing it with their church.
Yeah, I knew that.
And I think this episode is going to pair really well with an episode we just did recently, which is what makes a good film. And that's where we're going to critique this movie. There were definitely things that I was like, wish this would be better, but it's what are you going into a movie for? And for me, I want the message to be very, very important. And I think this message was fantastic, even when it did have areas where it was kind of faulty. The Forge tells a story of Isaiah Wright, a 19-year-old who lives for basketball and video games. A year out of high school, he still has no job, no plans, and no idea of how to be a man. At odds with his single mom, Cynthia, Isaiah is given an ultimatum: step up or move out. Feeling the pull from his friends and the push from his mom, Isaiah is hired at More Fitness, but has no idea how the owner will personally impact his life. With a prayer of his mother and an unexpected guidance from his new mentor, Isaiah is forced to deal with his past, sacrifice his selfishness, and discover how God might have a bigger purpose for his life.
It's all the things that can be very inspirational.
Yeah.
Which then comes my problem with a lot of Christian films. And that is that this one became too predictable for me. I love how inspiring it is, the motive, the message, I love it. And I was able to look past it. But I just have to be honest with you. Just because you pray for something doesn't mean God's going to answer yes to your prayer. And I think that sometimes we need to see that there is hardship involved in different things, and the path is not as easy as Isaiah's path seemed to be. I won't tell you everything. It's not like everything fell completely into place, but it was kind of predictable, and that I find is a fault.
Rom-commy, and you're, I know what's going to come next.
It's a Christian Hallmark movie.
Yes, that's such a good way to put it.
Exactly what it is. It's a Christian Hallmark movie.
Yes. Isaiah, like the lead guy, he did better once he flipped.
Yes, agree.
And I also had like critiques from another friend where it was like, Hood Isaiah wasn't really great.
No, agreed. And I actually think that the conflict that the movie starts you with, when they're trying to be angry and they're trying to be bitter and have all this angst about them, that's the part that was really sappy to me. I was like, okay, that woman is not brokenhearted. I know what brokenhearted looks like, and that is not that. Not that everybody's broken heart is the same thing. Yeah. But her angst and her anger at her son and everything, that was very contrived.
Yes.
They did better once they were praising Jesus and everything was right. Then everybody was
because that's who they are.
Yes, right, exactly.
So I would say as far as the quality of like acting, I would say it's lower.
And I do think the cinematography and everything was beautiful.
Yes, and the editing and the coloring, I thought it was really well shot. There was not a moment where I was like, this looks like a video cam. You know what I mean?
I do think the soundtrack was. There were parts of it that I thought, oh, that's really great. And there are other parts of it I felt like kind of felt a little soap opera-y to me. So I would give it, I don't know, a 6 for the soundtrack.
Yeah. Even if it's presented in a less beautifully wrapped cinematic box, this story needs to be told. Men need to know that there is a battle to be fought that is not being fought.
Right, 100%. This is, she's snapping her fingers as she's...
I really was. But even though it's cheesy, I think it's a message that needs to be heard.
Right. Yeah. I would give it a 10 for the message. But as far as overall movies go, I'm probably only going to give it a 7.
No, it's totally fair. I would give it a 6.
You were going to give it a 6,
Because it's not something, I mean, I maybe would watch it again with someone else. It's a good one-off.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it's a message that needs to be shared. It needs to be said. No one else
I probably
is doing
would rather read the book than see the movie.
Ooh,
but,
okay,
you know.
So Kendrick Brothers, please come out with a novel.
Yes.
Because then none of your actors would have to be in it. I'm kidding.
Leave that in.
They're not bad. They're just not what we're used to. And what we're used to is saturated, like, oh, the best of the best. They all have these acting classes. They've been in it since they were 6. These are just Christians.
I know, which is why I said I needed Kendrick. I'm going to move to Georgia and I'm going to join the Kendrick Brothers. Not because I think
Reba's coming.
Not because I think I'm a better actress. I just want to get to do it.
Yes.
So,
Till next time, this is just me.
And me.
Talking to you
From the wings.